think my story is more fiction than it's fact. But believe it or not, my mother dear decided she'd come back as a car. She's a very own guiding star.
Stay tuned for the Smokin of the Green, next on Negative 43 TV.
She helps me through everything I do, and I'm so glad she's here. My mother the car. My mother the car.
Negative 43 on your UHF dial. We are KUNT-TV, Sneedville, Purgatory. Hello again, Sneedville. I'm Rich Baritone, and welcome to Negative 43 TV's Smokin of the Green 2023. Yes, it's 2023, so of course, we're featuring 4 videos from 2021. It may seem lazy, and it is, but the holiday shows here on Negative 43 TV are always retrospectives anyway, and if the network can rerun shows, why can't I? So let's start tonight with a little something from the Jan Marie days. This is Tyree Sneed and Jan Marie walk into a bar. It's the Smokin of the Green on Negative 43 TV.
Later, I mean, I'm sure you would be able to get an advance or a loan.
Well, we've all done it at times. I mean, there was a time when I was like, you know, when I like, when all of those, when we had that big stock market crash, like back in, 2008, and Ford stock was at like 25 cents a share, I literally was like, like, do I take this money and pay a bill, or do I take this money and invest it? Like, it was a really hard, decision. I think anybody who's
people that are funding these projects, they're not funding it out of their own pocket either. They're doing what we're doing. I mean, this is all off other people's. I'm just trying to build the structure right now, and that's what. I've focused on for years was getting the structure, and now I've got it where I want it to be. And I mean, if you you can watch the digits growing already. So the more money I accumulate here, and the more revenue we make. I've focused on for years was getting the structure, and now I've got it where I want it to be. And I mean, if you can watch the digits growing already. So the more money I accumulate here, and the more revenue we make. So they get advanced money to buy these properties, or flip them, or do these renovation projects or construction, different projects, you feel me? And so they're getting these advances because they have the credit. I mean, it's nothing that we couldn't do later. I mean, I'm sure you would be able to get an advance or a loan to flip a home too. And I know how we could do it. I already have one way of doing it that would be different than the regular orthodox way that might really pay off. So because people will fund it. So if I'm already involved, that's good too, because I know a way to get funds for that to finish the project. You know what I'm saying? the higher I get. So like I want to get to where I have $1,000 in each property, you know, and the rate of return is at least like $100 for all of them, and then I'm in business. And I mean, right here, I've invested in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 properties at $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $40, $10, $10, $30, $40, $40, $40, $10, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10, $10, $30, $30, $40, $10, $10. So yeah, like it's not a lot of money. I'm not gonna get like any huge massive return, but it's just like that's how I want to start is pumping money into real estate. And the terms are all like 9 months to 12 months. So, you know, if you get in the right time, if I could get, like if somehow a miracle happens and I produce $1,000 on here, if I can get that into a property in the allotted time I have to, I could have them sponsor you easily if you qualify. All you gotta do is qualify. Is your credit good? 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 And we make, you know, yeah, I mean, can you explain that to me? I mean, with what I'm telling you, I mean,
No, I believe.
Be an investor before it gets paid off is what I'm guessing. Then, you know, I'd be able to get the return I want, which is like $100 off of that property. But anyway you figure it, I'm putting money into equity, and that's what I want to do. Do you think that do they just make profit on the property when they do that, or do they just own the home?
I believe that's very smart.
Sometimes, or what do you think happens? How do they make their profit or money? Like, why do they do this? Like, I've never understood. Like, why do you get a bank loan or an advance from a company and then go and fix up a property? It's to increase the value, I'm guessing, right?
I believe.
And I'm not saying you have to do this with me either. I'm just saying if you wanted, because like here it shows you how like the properties start. Like it says it has a starting amount that's around 200,000. Then I'm guessing maybe that's what they put down. Then you have the funding, which is almost 800,000. So that's the major portion of the capital is coming from what I'm doing. So then you have, you know, the fixing costs. And then where do they make their profit at? Do you know?
They make their profit.
Guessing all the money that we funded them. So then.
No, they make their profit on the resale. So everything comes out of the the resale of the property.
It's the Smokin of the Green on Negative 43 TV, and that was Tyree Sneed and Jan Marie Walk into a Bar. Next, we have a Spreaker file for you from 2021. It's a perfect example of Sneed's abusive language, and it is a perfect setup for the next video. Here's Tyree Sneed in What's Wrong with These Psychos? Negative 43 TV.
Yo, 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 yo. It's your fucking boy, Tyree Sneed. So listen. These motherfuckers are out of their motherfucking mind. And it is fucking incredible. The bitch literally is in my inbox, blowing the motherfucker up. This is the theatrics that you have to see and put up with. And y'all keep making those videos because nobody believes you. You need more people. Because everybody's seeing what you're doing every fucking episode. You keep trying to pretend like you're some kind of governing authority over my content. You have nothing to do with it. So again, the bitch is in my inbox blowing it up first. And she's angry because she's jealous, because she even said in her email, I have all of them, that you're doing well and you don't need the money, LOL, that she owes. So, like, that's perfectly fine if you don't want to pay what you owe. I don't expect nothing else from a broke piece of shit who don't have it and wants to sit there and play games and insult everybody every fucking day. So that's perfectly fine. But what you have to understand, bitch, is that you're a fucking nutcase. She's in my inbox blowing it up, then dances around, goes all over YouTube trying to talk shit, then says, I'm never gonna stop getting emails. I haven't emailed you once, ever. I don't talk about you. All I've tried to do is stop your bitch ass from trying to come over to my shit and get attention. This entire time, it's been like months now. I keep having to respond to your bitch ass because you keep talking shit. Then I respond and I'm through with it and I dead the issue. Then they send another motherfucker to bring the bitch up again. The bitch ain't nothing. She ain't got nothing. She ain't about shit. You can lie all day. You have nothing. Get my name out your mouth. Period. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're not getting your name said. You're not getting no attention. You're not getting nothing that you trying so hard to get. You want my attention. You're not getting it. Capiche? You fucked up. You fucked up with the guy who really got his shit together and really about something. Okay? And that's your fucking personal problem. Quit blaming everybody else for your fucked up life, lack of shit, lack of food, starving, your mistakes. I'm not going to sit here and break down all the weird shit you do, because at the end of the day, it all proves you have nothing. Okay? Period. You're driving around other people's fucking cars that are on payments. Fact. The vet was a piece of shit. It's not even a new Corvette. How is that saying something? That's not your car. Get out of it. It's just really weird, bro. The obsession, they're stalking, they're antagonizing, and everything ends every time
with the same exact quote, which is, I want to know where you are. Bitch, you know where I'm at. What are you talking about? I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you to tell you where I am all the fucking time. You psycho fuck. You cannot track human beings. It's illegal. You're committing federal crimes. You want to keep it up like it's cute? Go ahead. Talking about they have nothing else. The bitch clearly is angry as fuck. Talking about, why did you call me fat? And say I let myself go. Because you're fat and you let yourself go. What do you mean? Is that a serious question? I mean, I call a spade how a spade. I call them how I see them. You're fat and you let your bitch ass go. What do you mean? You're depressed as fuck. You ain't fooling nobody. The bitch jealous and envious and mad as fuck. And they trying to role reverse and got the other bitch getting in comment sections typing. So much I can't even do my show. You understand? Like, I have to get a whole new laptop. The shit is done with. The mouse was done with. I have a new mouse. I got to get a new laptop. I bought a new cord. And I'm probably not even going to get a Mac. So I'll just have an extra cord for a Mac later. Because it's brand new and it's the best one that charges it fast. So, that's no problem. That's just part of shit, part of life. So, the whole time you talking shit, I'm doing what I do and making money. And they're mad. Like, they can't even control their rage and anger. They are so fucking mad at the fact that Tyree Sneed is number one on top as far as YouTube is concerned. Rich as fuck. And they know that I'm doing well, so they're mad. So, they keep trying to talk shit that makes no sense because you're talking about nothing. None of y'all have any money. You don't have any cars. You don't have nothing, okay? I don't really care what I have. It's all irrelevant to me. I'm building. Money buys you new shit, okay? And I told you this. Money can buy cars. I can get as many cars as I want. I'm stacking money. And you're mad at me. Okay. Be mad. But for you to keep getting on these platforms and trying to just keep typing shit and not let me talk and try to irritate and agitate me, it's just some gay pussy shit. Everything you do, pussy. You keep on talking about a situation that's been fully addressed. The shows are still up right now, addressing you, shutting you down. You will acknowledge my position, and you will shut the fuck up. If you don't want to acknowledge the position, that's fine. Because I made every right move, and that's the end of that conversation. And if you want to keep on saying a lie, like you do all day, lying your ass off, go right ahead. Ain't nobody do nothing to me, sweetheart, honey. Nobody did shit to me. I don't know what you talking about. I'm not going to keep going over the same shit. Look at the shows. They want me to repeat myself every day because they stuck in a cycle. I'm good. I'm good. I got better shit to do. Real talk. I got better shit to do. Seriously. You know what I mean? It's fucking insane, man. Keep talking all day. Why do you keep talking about cars as if me having 14 cars meant anything? How does that make sense? You're trying to talk like I'm down when I'm up. How does that make sense? I let you talk. What do I keep doing? Let you talk. Talk all you want. Every time you talk, I'm going to wait and keep letting you talk. And then I'm going to shove it down your fucking throat, bitch, like I have every time. Period. So, I mean, I keep making money. I keep on spending a fuckload. And I'm doing good. And that's as simple as that. You want to talk about cars? I can get as many cars as I want. I'm going to end up fucking bringing back my buying and selling car business that you're jealous of. Right? Right? So how does it make sense? Because on top of all that, you know that I still have, 5 luxury whips? So why would you keep talking about cars like I ain't got them? I have them. I own them. The fuck? Fuck all that. I want all new shit. That's what I'm going to get later. Like, they can't, they've run out of shit to say. So they're like, let's keep focusing on the same shit. For what? I don't care about cars. Like I told you, cars is a horrible, shitty investment. It's the worst investment you could possibly make right now. Car market is done. It's crashed. And they're always out of the picture, just like you said. Oh, like when you sold your oil royalties? Yeah. Smartest decision I made at the time. Oil has completely crashed. Now I'm able to buy stocks that still own in oil. So when oil does go back up again, guess who capitalizes and guess who wins? Again, me. Not you. You know what I mean? Not your fat bitch ass mama who slapped the dishes out your fucking hands, bitch, and you ain't do shit in front of me and put your head down like the little hoe you is. You still trying to front and pretend like that shit you tried to pull was tough? Bitch, that was some kiddie shit. That's what little bitches do who ain't about no real life, like working, having a career, having anything to preserve. They sit there and try to act like they tough. And you're a two-faced fucking snake bitch who's a coward, and everyone can see through your bullshit and see that you were jealous as fuck of me, and that's why you exploded and had your meltdown, bitch. Right? Right? And this entire time, you've been begging to have me back. And I got every email of me telling you I don't want you, and you will not accept it because you're a narc. The only narcs here are you. Nobody's fooled. Stop sitting there pretending. That's all I wanted to tell you is one thing as usual. And you got to drag it out for a week, not letting me talk. The bitch waited for my mouse to break. Okay? And got in my inbox after I just blocked her and got on another email. It's complete harassment. She makes sure she talks shit when I can't respond. Then I checked your bitch ass in the comment section. And you want to sit there and keep typing. Then you want to talk about, did you just type for this long? Bitch, you've been in there fucking days talking to yourself. I haven't looked at that shit the whole time. The reason I talk so much is because I know you gonna sit there and talk back like a little bitch hiding. So I'll make sure I get all that shit said to you. Because you ain't gonna fucking interrupt me, bitch. You understand? You a peasant. You will never ever be anywhere near my level. It is hilarious how you're trying to compare you, a broke heroin addict with bruises on your arm. Yes, still to this day, I saw them with my own eyes. You didn't get off of heroin. It takes a methadone clinic. You have no money. You can't afford it. It's all bullshit. You're still hooked on heroin. And you're sitting here looking like a fool. Keep that shit up, bitch. Please keep that up. Don't even stop. Keep that shit up. You funny. Last I checked, you can't pretend with somebody who is way beyond your level and keep saying, I'm making you mad. How? How are you going to make me mad with nothing? There, you can find the top CEO of any company right now and they can't make me mad. How would you make me mad? I'm richer than everybody. It's over. You're not listening. It's been over. You got owned. You got destroyed. Your people got body bagged. Shut the fuck up. There's a time to shut the fuck up. And if not, go ahead, keep talking. It never to my face. It's that simple. We done told you a million times to pull that bitch ass up. You will not do it. You're a pussy. You know what I mean? You want to keep talking about other people. Those people were challenged to pull up and refused and ran publicly. We're past that issue. There's no more discussing it. You can't just keep saying something like you ain't hear what I said. You're trying to be a nuisance. You know you're not saying nothing, but you just want to be a nuisance, so you keep repeating your fucking self. Like it's hurting my feelings that you made up a story. Bitch, that was something you created in your delusional mind. It doesn't exist. Cocksucking fucking retard. You're a fucking little bitch. Nobody cares about you. Ain't nobody gonna sit here and talk about you. I ain't talking about you now. Talking about what happened. It's that simple. And we ain't doing it again. You go ahead and do all that theatrical shit you want. They got fucking 20 billion fake accounts working with them, sitting there trying to talk shit the best they can and can't do nothing. You ain't making me mad. If you want to talk shit, do it direct. You came to the show, said some good shit, kissing my ass like always, bitch, with my dick in your mouth, and then turn around and try to talk all this shit that makes no sense. How'd you be making me mad if you ain't said one thing about me that's true? Huh? Huh? And ain't nobody here to fucking testify. Preach, brother, preach. Ain't nobody here to say a fucking thing like every time, but they stalk everything that I do. How that makes sense? Because they pussies. They know they ran out of shit to say. The other bitch looked like the Simpsons on crack. And you sitting here acting like you doing something. You funny. You straight fucking funny, bitch. God damn. Bitch, I'm richer than ever. I'm on top. I'm doing great. I'm who's happy and you know it. So what did you do? You saw I'm happy. I even have an email you admitting it. Then you turn around and try to role reverse and say, I'm happy. Yeah, okay. Happy people don't stalk people.
I miss those walking down the street rants, don't you? Tyree Sneed and What Is Wrong with These Psychos on Negative 43 TV. Sneed's parasitic Spreaker videos finally pissed your host off. So your host and many others began screenshotting his Spreaker titles and sending them to Spreaker customer service, who actually deleted his account. What you are about to hear is a complete paraphrase of Walter Cronkite's initial broadcast on November 22nd, 1963. The only things that were changed were, of course, the events. I'm actually proud of this one. This is One Day in May on Negative 43's Smokin of the Green. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone.
By, please. Here is a bulletin from 5150 KUNT I'm Witless News. In Sneedville today, thousands of screenshots and links were fired at Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account as it rode on a bus with Tyree Sneed through downtown Sneedville. The first reports say that Sneed's Spreaker account has been seriously wounded by the sunning. These details about the same as previously. Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account was blasted with screenshots and links as Tyree Sneed's bus was leaving downtown Sneedville. Ashes, though thousands of miles away, jumped up and cried, "Fuck yes." The bus continued on its route at normal speed, making all of its scheduled stops. The Purgatory Press said the wounds for Sneed's Spreaker account could perhaps be fatal. Repeating a bulletin from KUNT I'm Witless News. Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account has been jacked by a would-be assassin in Sneedville Purgatory. Stay tuned to 5150 KUNT I'm Witless News for further details. Further details on an assassination attempt on Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account in downtown Sneedville. Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account was flamed as it rode on a bus with Sneed from the Sneedville Salvation Army Center through downtown Sneedville. Sneed's YouTube account, in the bus with his Spreaker account, was also punked. It is reported that thousands of clicks rang out. A homeless bag lady was heard to shout from the bus, "It's dead." Whether she referred to Sneed's Spreaker account or not is not yet known. The Spreaker account, cradled in the arms of Tyree Sneed, was carried to a garbage truck and not at all rushed to Tone Space Hospital outside Sneedville. The account was taken to an emergency room in the hospital. Other Sneedville officials were in doubt in the corridors of the hospital as to the condition of Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account. Repeating this bulletin, Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account was decimated while driving in a smelly bus from the Salvation Army Center in Sneedville Purgatory to downtown Sneedville. A toothless janitor reported seeing files spurting from the Spreaker account's head. It fell into the lap of Tyree Sneed, and Tyree Sneed shouted, "The fuck?" Tyree Sneed's YouTube account was seen to crumple also. The bus proceeded on its route as usual, arriving at Tone Space Hospital in Sneedville, where the Spreaker account and the YouTube account were casually taken to the emergency room. A gay crackhead was heard to say, "It's dead," as the account was lifted from the rear of the grimy bus and taken into the hospital. Another bus, about 5 car lengths behind Sneed's bus, heard what sounded like thousands of clicks of screenshots. We will keep you advised as more details come in the incident that has taken place only in the last few minutes in Sneedville. Stay tuned to 5150 KUNT, I'm Witless News, for more details. Here is a bulletin from KUNT News. Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account has been the victim of an assassin screenshot in Sneedville Purgatory. It is not yet known as whether the account survived the attack against it. The incident was this. Tyree Sneed, Sneed's Spreaker account, and YouTube account were driving in a bus from the Salvation Army Center in Sneedville to downtown Sneedville, where Tyree Sneed was scheduled to apply for welfare benefits even though he doesn't have a permanent address. Thousands of clicks were heard to ring out. The Spreaker account slumped into the lap of Tyree Sneed, while Ashes, thousands of miles away, was heard to yell, "Fuck yes." Witnesses say they saw Spreaker files streaming from the Spreaker account's head. Tyree Sneed's YouTube account slumped into the bottom of the bus. The wounds were thought to be to its content. The bus crawled on as Sneed was heard to shout, "The fuck." It took forever to reach Tone Space Hospital, the Tone Space Hospital, where both accounts were taken nonchalantly into the emergency room, and witnesses there refused to comment on whether Sneed's Spreaker account was still alive or not. As the screenshots were heard to wing out of the assassin's laptop, random people unlimbered their smartphones, but the damage, of course, by then had been done. As these details come in, let us read a few to you from the press service wires reaching us only now from Sneedville. After the loud burst of screenshots, homeless men on girls' bicycles quickly leaped from their bikes and raced up a grassy hill. At the top of the hill, a man and woman appeared huddled around a large iPad. In the turmoil so far, it has been impossible so far to determine whether whether Sneedville police returned the screenshots that struck down the Spreaker and YouTube accounts, or whether this couple on top of the hill crouched down in inert forms with a tablet as the police rushed them were the would-be assassins. Stay tuned for further details from 5150 KUNT, I'm Witless News. We'll bring you details now, more details, on the attempted assassination of Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account. Tyree Sneed was on his knees, we're told, on the floor of the back of the bus, his head toward his cell phone, jabbing at the screen trying to access his Spreaker account. A transsexual prostitute who was with the group said that this man and woman we reported earlier were on a hilltop, were seen scrambling to the upper level of a walkway overlooking an underpass at which the bus was approaching. Darth Vader, one of Tyree Sneed's personalities, says he has no information on whether Sneed's Spreaker account was still alive. Tyree Sneed was weeping, trying to hold up his smartphone, when reporters reached the bus as it coasted toward the hospital.
Charles Wofford was on the bus behind Sneed's. There was no immediate sign that his YouTube account was hurt. Repeating that, no indication Charles Wofford's YouTube account was hurt. In fact, there was no evidence at all what might have happened to Wofford's YouTube account, since only Tyree Sneed's bus and the broke bums on board went to the hospital. Late information just in. Acting personality Venom was asked whether Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account was dead, and he said, "I have no word now." Stay tuned, we'll bring you the details just as quickly as they come in. Sneedville has been a hotbed of criticism of Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account and its content by outspoken hater groups. Only 2 weeks ago, Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account was comment flamed by haters who were then blocked. Even today, throughout Sneedville, there were cars touring the streets with signs saying, "You hidin'." A little late information. 007 rushed into that Cone Space Hospital in Sneedville. He headed for Sneed's Spreaker and YouTube accounts in that emergency room. Let's recount again that Tyree Sneed's Spreaker and YouTube accounts lie in the emergency room at Tone Space Hospital in Sneedville, as an anxious world waits to learn how serious are the injuries they suffered from an assassin's screenshots. Sneed's Spreaker account has been injured, apparently in the head. Sneed's YouTube account was hit in the content. Thousands of screenshots and links were heard to ring out as Tyree Sneed's bus drove through the crowded streets of Sneedville on the outskirts from the Salvation Army Center toward downtown. Just a moment, please. Further details now, as we are learned that the bus driver was so strung out as a result of the speedy effects of mainlining heroin that members of Tyree Sneed's false personas were from 15 minutes to a half an hour late behind reaching the hospital. It was impossible, they tell us now, under the tension at the hospital, to assemble any clear-cut story of the incident because of the burst of screenshots, of course, took only seconds, and from there on out, confusion. Some of the Sneedville police thought the screenshots and links, however, were from an Apple MacBook Air with a 13.3-inch display, fired to the right rear of Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account, possibly from a grassy knoll, and that knoll is the knoll that the homeless men on girls' bicycles were seen racing up, and where the huddled figures of a man and a woman were seen on the ground with a crowd surrounding them, which suggests, of course, that perhaps this is where the screenshots came from. This we do not know as yet positively. A leak bulletin. Tidolf Sneedler, mayor of Sneedville, says he has been informed that Tyree Sneed's Spreaker and YouTube accounts are still alive. Or at least were still alive at the last word he had a few moments ago from Tone Space Hospital. This is the first word we have had definitely from the emergency room, giving us some hope that they survived this assassination attempt. Let us now recall the chain of events that led to the tragic happenings today in downtown Sneedville. Tyree Sneed, accompanied by his Spreaker and YouTube accounts, set out on a bus from war-torn southeast Purgatory to begin a 3-day tour of the greater Sneedville area. Sneed spent last night in Fort Worthless, lodging at the Faith Mission shelter there. This morning, Sneed approached a small crowd of trolls, pretending to be fans on the other side of a chain-link fence in front of the shelter. One of those trolls, posing as a would-be fan, asked Sneed where his Spreaker account was. Sneed replied the account was inside getting ready. He said at the time, and I quote, "It takes Spreaker a little longer to get ready, but it's worth it." Sneed then gave what turned out to be his last address to a line of junkies at a neighboring methadone clinic. At the end of the address, when it was clear no one in the line was interested in paying Sneed $50 a month to, and I quote, "distribute your music," Sneed completed his remarks by saying, "Y'all is pussy." At that time, Sneed, with his YouTube and Spreaker accounts, strapped on bicycle helmets and boarded a short yellow bus on its way to Sneedville. The group first went to the Sneedville Salvation Army Center on the outskirts of Sneedville. After registering at the shelter, Tyree Sneed, his Spreaker account and YouTube account, boarded a Sneedville city bus, one of the famous bubble top buses, and began his trip to the Purgatory Welfare Mart, where he was expected to give a speech to one of the caseworkers. As the bus turned left from Baritone Street onto Elfrost Road, thousands of clicks from screenshots rang out. Standers-by desperately sought shelter from the torrent of links. A witness claims to have seen a smartphone being withdrawn from a 6th-floor window of a building called the Purgatory School Book Depository, a completely empty building in downtown Sneedville. The Spreaker account slumped into the lap of Tyree Sneed, who was heard to yell, "The fuck?" Witnesses say that files were streaming from the Spreaker account's head. Sneed's YouTube account also slumped to the floor of the bus. The wounds to the YouTube account are thought to be to its content. The bus eventually arrived at Tone Space Hospital, where Sneed's Spreaker and YouTube accounts were slowly taken into the emergency room. Moments later, Tyree Sneed himself walked into the emergency room holding his left arm. It was unclear if Sneed was wounded in the attack or if Ashes had put him in the hospital for the 4th time over the phone. This just in from Tone Space Hospital in Sneedville. Tyree Sneed's YouTube account was rushed into surgery just a few moments ago with what have been described as serious wounds to its content. The YouTube account's condition is described as serious, but not critical. Sneed's Spreaker account remains in the emergency room at this time, as its facilities are considered adequate to treat the account. This just in from Tone Space Hospital in Sneedville. Tyree Sneed's YouTube account was rushed into surgery just a few moments ago with what have been described as serious wounds to its content. The YouTube account's condition is described as serious, but not critical. Stay tuned for more information. This now from Sneedville. 2 representatives from Spreaker Customer Service have just entered the emergency room at Tone Space Hospital in Sneedville. For Spreaker accounts, this is a standard protocol when accounts are injured in a screenshotting. It does not necessarily mean that the death of a Spreaker account is at hand. Again, 2 customer support representatives for Spreaker have entered the emergency room at Tone Space Hospital in Sneedville. Tyree Sneed was on his way to make a speech to welfare caseworker Carly Fiorita at the Purgatory Welfare Mart in downtown Sneedville. Sneed was expected to confirm his delusions and again claim superiority over all beings great and small in the address. Word of today's monumental event has, of course, reached the welfare office. We now switch to Rich Baritone, who is on the scene at the welfare office.
Tilter, I'm standing outside the Purgatory Welfare Mart in Sneedville, where Tyree Sneed was to appear this afternoon. As the workers continue to file back in from lunch, the mood could perhaps be best described as one of indifferent giddiness mixed with a palpable sense of relief. Sneed traveled to Sneedville to give this address, of course, but it was thought to be secondary to Sneed's evacuation of his embattled Spreaker account, which had been under constant attack in Southeast Purgatory since last week. Sneed's YouTube account, although a remnant of what it once was, joined Sneed and his Spreaker account on this tour. The speech was expected to be raving lunacy, as Tyree Sneed has recently been on a 2-week manic rage, which was to be given full voice in this speech. Sneedville has recently been a hotbed of anti-Sneed Spreaker account sentiment. If you will recall, a couple of weeks ago, a representative of Sneed's Spreaker account was struck in the head with a protest sign which read, "He hidin'," here in Sneedville. Some of Sneed's advisors, Tyler Durden in particular, had strongly suggested to Tyree Sneed that he not make this trip to Sneedville, knowing that their advice would be dismissed out of hand. It now appears that Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account has paid dearly for Sneed's disregard of the obvious. Just a moment, please. Okay, I believe I have an update for you from here at the Purgatory Welfare Mart in Sneedville. A woman who just walked past this reporter on her way back to work was telling a female co-worker that a friend of hers had heard from a friend who does Cinderella's hair that she had heard on a local radio station that 2 Spreaker customer representatives who have just left the emergency room at Tone Space Hospital in Sneedville Purgatory say that Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account is dead. This is not official word. It is rather third-hand information from a hairdresser who knew a friend of a woman who works at the Purgatory Welfare Mart. This would normally be considered a reliable source, but again, it is not official. This is Rich Baritone reporting live from the sidewalk in front of the Purgatory Welfare Mart in downtown Sneedville.
This just in. Tyree Sneed was not injured in the attack on his Spreaker and YouTube accounts today, as they rode on a Sneedville City bus on their way to deliver a speech at the Purgatory Welfare Mart in Sneedville. Doctors described Sneed as being in an apoplectic rage, but he was otherwise unharmed in the incident. I must stress that the report we have is unofficial, but 2 Spreaker customer service representatives who were with Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account in the emergency room at Tone Space Hospital say Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account is dead. We are still awaiting official word from the Batcave. It may do us well at this time to look into the future, assuming that the reports that we have on Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account are accurate. Podchaser.com would replace Spreaker.com as the next primary social media platform for Tyree Sneed as soon as it can be sworn in. Sneed's Podchaser.com account is an older account, which has fallen into disuse over the past year or two. As it assumes privacy, the odds of this account's survival is highly in doubt, as Podchaser.com is currently surrounded on 3 sides by heavily armed hater forces. As you may already know, Podchaser.com is a small fishing village on the banks of the Dead Daddy River. The second account in command is Murderous Vader Productions, an extremely weak YouTube channel which served as a parasitic satellite of Sneed's Spreaker content. That YouTube account, of course, lies at an operating table in Tone Space Hospital in Sneedville tonight. Just a moment, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this just in from the Batcave, apparently official. Tyree Sneed's Spreaker account died at 1 p.m. Purgatory nighttime time. 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Approximately 38 minutes ago. Sneed's Spreaker account died in the emergency room of Tone Space Hospital in Sneedville, Purgatory, from what was reported to be approximately 5,000 screenshots and links to the head. Tyree Sneed's YouTube account was also seriously wounded in the attack that killed Tyree Sneed's primary online presence. Tyree Sneed, himself uninjured in the ambush, has been taken to an undisclosed location, where he is said to be hiding. Podchaser.com will now be Tyree Sneed's primary social media presence as soon as it can be sworn in. Its reign is expected to be a brief one. The KUNT family of stations has canceled all regular programming for the foreseeable future, so that we may bring you up-to-the-minute coverage of this tragic yet joyous occurrence today here in Sneedville. I will now be relieved by Rich Baritone, who has just returned from the Purgatory Welfare Mart. Rich?
And that was One Day in May, right here on Negative 43 TV. So here we are, our last video, and literally our main event. This may be our crowning achievement here at KUNT TV. From March 17th, 2021, it's Cashless Slam 21. Negative 43 TV's Smokin of the Green.
KUNT Sneedville.
The time is now 9 o'clock. Time for Cashless Slam 21 on 5150 KUNT.
The time has come. Live from Tone Space Arena in Sneedville, Purgatory, it's Cashless Slam 21. Tonight's main event, Shamrock versus Tyree Sneed for the Purgatory Wrestling Federation Intergender Championship of the World and their very lives. And now, to bring you all of the action, here is Rich Baritone and Ken Half Nelson.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you wherever you may be. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rich Baritone here with Ken Half Nelson. And Ken, we have 15,000 drunken bastards here tonight, and they want more than wrestling.
They want blood. That's right, Rich Baritone, and tonight they're gonna get it.
They certainly are, Ken. Tonight we are going to be witness to the first pronounced dead match in the history of the Purgatory Wrestling Federation.
It's gotta be the first pronounced dead match in the history of anywhere.
I would definitely think so, Ken.
But wouldn't that be
Not tonight, Ken. With the cooperation of the Sneedville Police Department and the Purgatory State Police, as well as the approval of the Purgatory Supreme Court, we will have a 100% legal act of ultimate revenge here at Cashless Slam 21, coming to you live on 5150 KUNT from Tone Space Arena in Sneedville on the St. Patrick's Day evening.
blood and guts, and if Sneed's involved, there's gonna be pus.
No doubt about it, Ken. Tonight we're going to see sharply contrasting styles in the ring, not to mention in lifestyles. Shamrock, a great champion with a portfolio, versus Tyree Sneed, a starving drifter with a credit score of 0. Shamrock has a normal, healthy diet and a family who loves her, while Tyree Sneed lives on vending machine chips, Mountain Valley water, cigarettes, and dental plaque, all the while being shunned by his family and cast out by society at large.
Unloved and unwanted.
Yeah, boy.
And this idiot don't train at all. All he does is live stream on YouTube and talk shit. And that's not gonna get the job done versus an all-time great like Shamrock.
Strong jaw muscles and a weak chin's a bad combination, Ken Half Nelson. The way I see it, I don't believe Tyree Sneed has a chance physically or fiscally against a great champion like Shamrock. I think Shamrock takes the most ultimate of victories here tonight.
Just a minute, Baritone. I think Shamrock snuffs Sneed out too. Don't get me wrong, but Shamrock is a woman and Tyree Sneed has a history of beating women. Just ask his mom.
I heard that, Ken. So what do you think we'll see here tonight at Cashless Slam 21?
I think Sneed will display some aggression, at least early on, just because his opponent is a female. But the biggest problem Shamrock faces tonight is Sneed's lack of hygiene. This man is stinky and greasy. He doesn't floss or use Q-tips. He don't use any perspirant. He showers maybe twice a week. He brushes his teeth with an unknown natural substance.
It's come, Ken.
You said it, Baritone. Anyway, back to my point. He's so filthy that Shamrock is going to find putting a hold on Sneed for any length of time to be a pretty tough job. Look for Shamrock to use short combinations of holds to minimize actual physical contact and to wear Tyree Sneed down.
Tyree Sneed's lack of conditioning has been brought up recently by the experts.
And they're right to bring it up, Baritone. I brought it up a minute ago myself. You've seen the boxing footage. Out of breath in less than a minute. And since he's been slowly starving over the last 2 years, Sneed has no muscle mass, no physical energy. Add to that Sneed's toothpick bones, it's just gonna be hard for Shamrock to maintain any type of hold. There just isn't anything to hold on to, and what is there to hold on to smells like acid delousing spray.
Glad you brought up the delousing spray, Ken. Earlier this afternoon, the Purgatory Athletic Board made Tyree Sneed submit to a delousing procedure as a pre-match physical revealed that Sneed had crabs, lice, and deer ticks. Sneed also had spiders living in his hair.
He's got cobwebs in his skull.
He certainly does, Ken. The big question is, how does Shamrock end this thing early?
I would go for the gimmicks right away. A folding chair, a barbed wire wrapped baseball bat, something Shamrock can use at a distance. I don't think she's gonna go that route, though. She's been wanting to beat his ass for years, and tonight is her chance to do just that!
And in the other corner tonight, Tyree Sneed. What are the keys to victory for Sneed, if there are any at all?
I don't really think he has a key to that lock, Baritone. I think he will start very aggressively, as he did in his last fight with his mom, but he'll find out quickly that Shamrock is not his mom. The only way Sneed wins tonight is if his valet, the American Dream, does it for him. He wants other people to do everything for him in every other part of his life, and I expect this to be no different.
I think he dies, Ken. And now let's go to the ring with Cleveland Steamer and a very special guest.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cashless Slam 21. At this time, to dishonor Purgatory, would you please kneel as Wesley Willis sings our national anthem?
Suck a polar bear's funky ass. Suck a racehorse's copper heist tomato ketchup. Suck a donkey's shitty ass. Suck a male candlestick of hoisin sauce. Suck a cheetah stick. Suck a cheetah stick. Suck a cheetah stick. Suck a cheetah stick. Suck a European bison smelly ass. Suck a woolly mammoth stick of Miracle Whip. Suck a snow leopard's ass of whipped cream. Suck a hyena's furry dick. Suck a cheetah stick. Suck a cheetah stick. Suck a cheetah stick. Suck a cheetah stick. Suck a llama's shitty asshole. Suck a panda bear's spermy nutsack. Suck a slut bear's booty hole. Suck a greyhound's musty ass, motherfucker. Suck a cheetah stick. Suck a cheetah stick. Suck a cheetah stick. Suck a cheetah stick.
That wasn't the national anthem.
No, Ken, that certainly wasn't. That was Wesley Willis singing his huge hit, Suck a Cheetah's Dick. I wonder who that was directed toward, Ken.
I hate that little prick.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is our main event of the evening. This match is for the Purgatory Wrestling Federation Intergender Championship of the World. This match has been sanctioned by both the Purgatory Wrestling Federation and the Purgatory State Athletic Board. This match will be one fall with no time limit. This match will be the world's first pronounced dead match. This match will end only when one of the wrestlers dies. There are, however, stipulations to tonight's match. There is to be no outside assistance of any kind. Any foreign objects or implements such as folding chairs must be obtained and used only by the wrestlers.
That ain't happening.
Guns, knives, and power tools such as chainsaws are not allowed tonight for obvious reasons.
Boy, the crowd sure doesn't like that, Ken.
I was hoping to see a body and a wood chipper.
Finally, tonight's match will have no time limit. And the match will continue until one of the wrestlers is pronounced dead by the ringside physician, Dr. Computer Shop.
Wait a minute. Dr. Computer Shop isn't a real doctor!
That doesn't matter, Ken. Tonight it's gonna be obvious.
I hate this little fucking prick.
I'm right there with you, Ken.
Now approaching the ring, accompanied by his manager, the American Dream. From Austin, Texas, weighing in at 140 pounds, the picture of American poverty, Tyree Sneed!
So Dream Sneed's manager now, huh?
I guess so, Ken. He must have sent a donation.
This asshole looks like Winger the Cloud.
Yes, Ken, he does look like an absolute idiot. Tyree Sneed heads to the ring tonight wearing his classic ring attire. A yellow do-rag, a pair of what appear to be women's glasses, a white wife beater, a pair of dirty jeans, and construction boots purchased from a Goodwill store.
No socks, of course.
Absolutely not, Ken. It would be bad for his image if he wore socks.
Asshole!
Sneed finally arrives at the ring steps. He's on the first step, and he's out of breath already, Ken.
Jesus Christ! Calling this guy a pussy would be an insult to vagina!
It certainly would, Ken. He's signaling now for the American Dream to come over and help him. Dream doesn't see it. He's too busy flexing for old women.
Pitiful!
The American Dream sees him now. He's heading over to the steps to assist Tyree Sneed. He's now on the scene, helping him up the stairs, while at the same time confirming every life-destroying delusion he's ever had.
What a douche!
Now, don't insult douches like that, Ken. After all, they keep vaginas fresh and clean, and I've seen some of the women you've been with.
Oh, you got a point there!
And there she is, the Irish Rose Shamrock!
I'm all a tingle, Baritone!
Now approaching the ring, accompanied by her manager, That Guy. From parts unknown, weighed in at 130 pounds, your Purgatory Wrestling Federation all-gender champion, Shamrock!
The atmosphere is absolutely electric here in Tone Space Arena as Shamrock makes her way down the aisle. Accompanied by her manager, That Guy, she is the very picture of success and power.
She's everything Tyree Sneed isn't!
Her words were never spoken, Ken. Taking her time signing some autographs, and did she do what I think she just did?
Yup, she did. She healed a leper.
She's just that kind of a girl. Shamrock has now entered the ring. She's climbed up to the second rope, and she's hailing the crowd.
What an icon!
That guy is also in the ring. He's clapping his hands and exhorting the audience on to greater heights, but I don't know how much more this audience can take, and we haven't even started yet, Ken Half Nelson.
Rich Baritone, I think they might blow the roof off this dump tonight. I really think it could happen.
God damn, I hope this place is built better than that. Shamrock has come down from the ropes now, and that guy is helping her off with her robe. And what a robe it is. 100% Oriental silk. Black with a green silk lining, ermine trim that has been dyed a gorgeous shade of green. The name Shamrock across the back in a beautiful Celtic script. A look befitting a great champion like Shamrock. Tyree Sneed, meanwhile, looks like shit, Ken.
What an embarrassment, Baritone. Sneed looks so weak and wimpy, so malnourished and anemic, and he's a hell of a lot shorter than I thought he'd be.
His arrest records have him at 5'8", Ken.
Must be a shit posture, Baritone. To me, he looks like he's 5'6" at the most. Very beta!
Ultra beta, Ken. Both wrestlers and their managers are at center ring now with tonight's referee, Herman Branche.
The pre-match instructions are pretty simple tonight, Baritone. Kill or be killed.
In a nutshell, Ken, in a nutshell. The instructions have been given and the referee has signaled the managers that it's time to leave the ring. Shamrock receives a kiss from that guy. Tyree Sneed gets a kiss from the American Dream.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Next thing you know, they'll be snowballing, Ken. Quickly, let me give you tonight's ring orientation for our listening audience. Shamrock's corner is in the lower left corner, while the upper right corner is Tyree Sneed. The ring mat is blue with the Cashless Slam 21 logo, which has been rendered in a white flowing script, is in the center of the ring. Both wrestlers are now in their corners consulting with their managers, who are now standing on their respective ring aprons one last time. Shamrock in her familiar black one-piece Shamrock spangled wrestling suit with black boots adorned with sparkly green shamrocks, but tonight, Ken, she's also wearing a green spandex bodysuit under her wrestling suit.
Very smart move there, Baritone. The bodysuit will prevent skin-on-skin contact with Sneed, and the black rubber gloves really pop with the green bodysuit.
That guy jumps down from the apron of the ring, and Shamrock is ready to go. Leaning back in her corner, her arms resting on the top ropes, a look of alpha woman focus in her eyes.
The crowd is getting restless, Baritone. Those twinks are stalling like bitches.
Eat pussy, Ken. Referee Herman Branche is coming over to Sneed's corner now. He's telling him to take off his glasses and lose the do-rag so the match can begin. Sneed is very agitated now, yelling and pointing at his glasses. What's his point, Ken Half-Nelson?
Baritone, I think Sneed's claiming that if he wears glasses, Shamrock can't hit him.
Sneed doesn't realize that Shamrock is so tough she can win fights without fighting.
Look at it!
Sneed is still arguing with referee Herman Branche while the American Dream has now re-entered the ring and is standing directly behind Sneed, telling him he is right about everything. Sneed is now removing his women's glasses and do-rag, still running his mouth at referee Herman Branche. The American Dream is now leaving the ring. He's on the apron and jumps to the floor. Sneed is still arguing with the referee. He's enraged, Ken Half-Nelson.
This ain't doing Shamrock any favors. He may actually fight for a couple of minutes now.
I doubt it, Ken. The referee signals for the bell. And the first ever pronounced dead match is underway. Tyree Sneed comes out of his corner, circling the ring with his arms folded across his chest in an X.
It's so moronic!
Sneed continues to circle the ring. Shamrock circling as well. Sneed steps in and throws a backhanded left that misses, and Shamrock takes him to the mat with a side headlock.
Great opening hold by Shamrock. The more Shamrock cinches up on that hold, the harder it will be for that pussy to breathe.
Shamrock continuing to apply pressure, and she breaks the hold. She's gagging. The stench must be appalling, Ken.
It's just like I said in the opening, Baritone. Wrestling Tyree Sneed is like wrestling a rendering plant.
Only worse, Ken. Shamrock retched after breaking the hold, and she's now still shaking her head in her corner, but she's ready to go. Shamrock moves to the center of the ring as Sneed backs into his corner, and she dramatically raises her arm. Shamrock is challenging Tyree Sneed to a test of strength.
Sneed doesn't know what to do.
Sneed turns and looks quickly at Dream, who is frantically explaining to him how a test of strength works.
Why is he even in there?
Sneed is yelling at the referee again, claiming the test of strength is pussy.
Come on, bang it!
Sneed is still bitching. He turns his back on Shamrock to continue complaining to Herman Branche.
He's so vaginal!
Here comes Shamrock. It's the Shamrock Shake. Sneed's arms are flailing at the air. Sneed's arms are going limp.
Kill the bastard!
And Shamrock breaks the hold. Shamrock throws Sneed down in his corner and stumbles away toward her corner, gasping for air. Sneed is face down in his corner, and the American Dream is talking to him. And Dream appears to slip a piece of paper to Tyree Sneed.
If that's what I think it is, Shamrock's gotta look out.
Sneed struggles to his feet. Shamrock has her back turned to Sneed, holding the ropes in the opposite corner, trying not to vomit. Here comes Sneed. Sneed is right behind her now, somewhat crouched over.
Look out, Shamrock!
Shamrock turns around, and Sneed throws fire into the face of Shamrock.
It's the flaming rent voucher! Jesus! Ah!
Shamrock is down, kicking her legs in pain. Sneed has no idea what to do.
What a stupid fuck!
Dream is screaming at Sneed, telling him to bounce off the ring ropes and hit Shamrock with the flying delusion.
That's a useless move!
Sneed moves to center ring, runs to our right, bounces off the ropes, and trips and rolls out of the ring.
Get him, that guy!
That guy picks Tyree Sneed up, applies a side headlock, and raises his fist in the air.
Beat his fucking faces!
Here we go. That guy is removing Sneed's face. One punch after the other.
Here comes Dream!
That guy sees Dream and throws Sneed over the top rope back into the ring.
A perfect trash bag toss by that guy!
That guy and the American Dream continue to exchange heated obscenities outside of the ring to the left of your dial.
All this is doing is giving Shamrock time to recover from the flaming rent voucher Sneed got lucky with. Yeah, Sneed's getting rest too, but Sneed is also bleeding out through his face.
She doesn't appear to be seriously hurt, Ken. Shamrock is on her feet now, and Dream returns to Sneed's corner.
I want to say that was a pussy move, but in the context of this match, Dream realizes he can't help Sneed at all if that guy hits him with a Viking blaster.
It's a pussy move. Shamrock is on her feet as Sneed lies on his back at center ring. Sneed is struggling to turn over. Tyree Sneed appears to be choking on his own blood from a beating that guy laid on his scrawny ass.
Better get him turned over.
That's true, Ken. If Tyree Sneed were to die from that guy's beating, the guy would be charged with murder, and we can't have that.
That's right, Baritone. Only 2 people here tonight have a license to kill.
That's no longer a problem, Ken, as Sneed has managed to turn himself over at center ring, blood pouring from his face. And Shamrock is pissed. Shamrock is standing on the second rope with her right hand cupped to her ear, and this crowd, Ken, is going fucking drunken crazy.
Now they're gonna see what they came for.
Shamrock jumps down from the ropes and looks at Sneed, a growing puddle of blood as he lies on his face struggling to get up.
She's gonna let him get up, I'll bet, so she can put the Shamrock shake on him.
That guy has put a blue jar on the apron of the ring for some reason. That guy is now standing on the apron of the ring trying to get Shamrock's attention. He has it and he's pointing at the jar. Shamrock goes to her corner, kneels, and examines the jar.
It's the old Vapo Rub trick.
Puissant?
Go ahead, Oda.
I can confirm that the ingredient in the blue jar is in fact Vapo Rub. Back to you.
Thank you, Ota. Shamrock appears to have removed her rubber gloves, and she is stuffing her nose with a Vapo Rub. Why is she doing that, Ken Half-Nelson?
She can't smell him now, and a nose clip could potentially hurt her or slip off. She's truly dangerous now.
Sneed has battled his way to his feet in the center of the ring. Shamrock is putting on a fresh pair of black rubber gloves. And here comes Shamrock.
Look out!
It's the Shamrock Shake! She's really got that hold locked in now. Shamrock is really bearing down on that hold, Ken. This could be it.
Shamrock's waited so long for this moment, she is gonna enjoy this.
Shamrock turns Sneed toward us at the center of the ring. He's a mess, Ken, and his face is turning purple.
It looks like Sneed's eyes have been replaced by 2 plums.
And his nose is laying on the left side of his face, a thin strip of skin, the only thing still attaching his nose to his face. Shamrock takes the hold to center ring. Armbar!
He's fucked now, Baritone!
Shamrock is going to break his right arm.
And there it goes! Compound fracture! Indeed it is, Ken. Shamrock has nearly severed Tyree Sneed's right arm with an armbar. Shamrock grabs Sneed's left arm. Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Look, Baritone, Sneed's arms are over the ropes. Sneed hit the turnbuckles back first, and his arms flopped over the top ring ropes, leaving his nearly lifeless body hanging in the corner. The American Dream is losing his shit in Sneed's corner. He's about to lose his only friend. Shamrock moves in on Sneed. Shamrock grabs Sneed's nearly severed arm and spins it like a propeller for the crowd. It's gonna come off. Shamrock stops swinging Sneed's arm, and I think she has another idea. She does. Shamrock is beating Sneed in the face with his own forearm. Dream is screaming as Shamrock continues to beat Sneed with his own arm. And here comes Dream. That guy meets him at center ring. Viking Blaster. That was a matter of time. Now Shamrock stops beating Sneed with his own body part as that guy climbs the ropes in the lower right corner of the ring. Meanwhile, Shamrock has put Sneed on the mat. It's a figure 4 leg lock. He wants to break his legs too. Torture that racist piece of shit. That guy is still on the top rope. That guy dramatically raises his arms. He's bouncing now on the rope's end. It's the flying elbow of Valhalla. Dream's done, Baritone. That guy rolls Dream onto his face as Shamrock is still working the figure 4. Shamrock applying more pressure on that figure 4. And she just did it. Shamrock has just broken both of Tyree Sneed's legs with the figure 4. 2 compound fractures for sure. And that guy has the American Dream in the sharpshooter. That guy is showing off some old-time wrestling skill, Baritone. Shamrock jumps out of the ring and she appears to be looking for something under the ring. And she has retrieved a small box. Shamrock climbs back into the ring and holds the box up for everyone to see. Meanwhile, referee Herman Branche has made that guy break his hold on the American Dream, and they are preparing to get Dream out of the ring. Meanwhile, Shamrock opens the box, dumps it out. It's tacks. Shamrock has dumped a box of Shamrock-shaped tacks into the upper left corner of the ring. Now Herman Branche has a hold of Dream's wrist. That guy grabs his ankles, and together they lift the American Dream off the campus and begin to swing Dream back and forth. And now Shamrock picks up Sneed and effortlessly lifts Sneed over her head. This is gonna be brutal. Too much action! Too much action is right. Herman Branche and that guy are still swinging the American Dream. And there he goes into the crowd as Shamrock body slams Sneed into the tag. Shamrock turns Sneed over. And again easily lifts Sneed over her head. And she's doing presses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And slams the other side of Sneed's body into the tag. Sheer brutality. Gotta make sure he's done on both sides. He's done, period. As Shamrock grabs Sneed's ankles, she's setting him up for a high-flying finish as she drags him to center ring. Then Shamrock falls backward onto the mat, holding Sneed's right leg. Off from the knee down. When Shamrock breaks your leg, she breaks your legs in two. She throws his leg on the mat, grabs Sneed's left leg, and drags his tack-encrusted body to center ring. And now referee Herman Branche is stepping in and calling for the ringside doctor. And here comes Dr. Computer Shop. Shamrock goes to her corner, unmarked except for a very light burn she suffered earlier in the match when Tyree Sneed threw a flaming rent voucher in her face. You forgot to mention she's covered in blood! And none of it's hers, Ken. There's no way Sneed's alive. His face is hamburger, he's missing an arm and a leg, the entire mat is covered with his blood. If Sneed isn't dead, he's been unconscious for several minutes.
Dr. Computer Shop is still kneeling beside Tyree Sneed. He has checked for a pulse. Now he's placing the stethoscope on Tyree Sneed's chest. The sense of anticipation here in Tone Space Arena is crazy. Now Dr. Computer Shop moves the stethoscope to the left side of Sneed's chest. He's done that, and now he is placing the stethoscope on his neck. He nods his head, and the referee signals the fight is still on.
I don't know what else Shamrock can do to him.
Shamrock picks up Sneed's lower leg. Now Shamrock turns to Sneed lying on the mat and starts beating him in the face with his own foot.
This is so fucking cool.
8, 9, 10. And Shamrock throws the detached limb into the crowd and climbs the rope.
I think she's going for the flying double knee drop.
It certainly looks like it, Ken. She is now standing on the top rope, and the crowd is going batshit. 1, 2, 3, flying through the air. Amazing!
I can't believe I saw what I just saw.
Shamrock has just jumped off the top rope, done a 360-degree spin in the air, landed on Tyree Sneed with both knees, bounced off the mat, and then did another 360-degree spin, landed perfectly in her corner on the second set of ring ropes, where she is now standing and hailing the crowd. Herman Branche has called for Dr. Computer Shop, and this could be it.
It ought to be Baritone. When she hit him with those knees, the blood spurted out of his mouth like a fire hydrant.
It was certainly ugly. Dr. Computer Shop has arrived at the scene and goes to one knee, takes Tyree Sneed's wrist.
What he still has left, Baritone.
That is a true fact, Ken. Now it is stethoscope time. Places the stethoscope on the right side of Tyree Sneed's chest. Now on the left side, and now he puts it on his neck to check the carotid artery. Dr. Computer Shop shakes his head, and the match is over!
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and still your Purgatory Wrestling Federation Intergender Champion, Shamrock!
Referee Herman Branche hands Shamrock the belt, and she lifts it over her head with great pride.
That was the most brutal ass beating I've ever seen.
Yes, it was total blood, guts, and glory here tonight at Tone Space Arena in Steedville, as we have witnessed Shamrock take the life of Tyree Sneed. There is, of course, that regeneration problem, though, Ken.
Yep, sure is. Another 24 hours, he'll be back annoying us again, but right now he's done as a doornail.
One of the unfortunate things about living in purgatory, Tyree Sneed is eternal, and he is here to torture souls.
I think that pretty well sums it up, Baritone.
We have a couple of final notes before we leave you here tonight. A report on the American Dream. When he was thrown into the crowd, he was partially cannibalized. According to reports, his right arm was partially eaten before he was removed by Sneedville EMT personnel. The American Dream is now in Sneedville Hospital, where he is expected to make a full recovery. God damn it.
Well, you can't have everything, Baritone.
Yeah, I suppose you're right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, for Ken Half Nelson, I am Rich Baritone, and this has been the first ever pronounced dead match. We certainly hope you enjoyed it. Good night, everyone.
Cashless Slam 21 has been brought to you by loneliness. Be a complete asshole and get some loneliness today. This is 5150 KUNT Radio, Sneedville Purgatory, on the Purgatory Wrestling Federation Network.
And with that, the Smokin of the Green ends for another year. We want to thank you for spending some of your holiday evening with us here at Negative 43 TV. One last thing, if you are drinking, please don't drive, and please don't get into a car with a drunk driver. The life you save may well be your own. I'm Rich Baritone. This has been the Smokin of the Green on Negative 43 TV, and until the next time, I'll talk to you.